For thousands of years, humanity has told stories of gods descending from the sky, beings of immense power, creators of civilization, shapers of destiny. But what if these stories weren't just mythology? What if ancient gods were something else? Were they divine beings or misunderstood visitors from beyond Earth? Tonight, we explore one of history's most controversial questions: ancient aliens or misunderstood gods. In the fertile lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, civilization began. The people of this region, known as the Sumerians, left behind some of the earliest written records in human history. On clay tablets, they described powerful beings called the Annunaki. These beings were said to have descended from the heavens. They shaped humanity. They ruled as gods. But the original Sumerian texts described them as divine entities within a religious framework. So how did gods become aliens? In the 20th century, a writer named Zecharia Sitchin proposed a radical idea. He claimed the Anunnaki were not symbolic gods, but extraterrestrial beings. According to his interpretation, they came from a distant planet called Nibiru. They engineered human beings through genetic manipulation. They mined gold on Earth, and they ruled as kings disguised as gods. These ideas became the foundation of what we now call the ancient astronaut theory. But here's the controversy. Most historians and linguists argue that Sitchin's translations of Sumerian texts were incorrect. Mainstream scholarship does not support the alien interpretation. So why did the theory explode in popularity? Supporters of the ancient alien theory often point to one question: how did ancient civilizations build structures so advanced for their time? Massive stone monuments, precise astronomical alignments, mathematical knowledge that seems ahead of its era. Could ancient humans really achieve this alone, or were they guided? Archaeologists argue that human ingenuity, time, and cooperation explain these achievements. But the mystery still captivates millions, because the structures remain astonishing. To understand this debate, we must look at human psychology. Humans crave origin stories. We want to know, where did we come from? Why are we here? When scientific answers feel incomplete, myth steps in. And when institutions lose trust, alternative explanations gain power. The idea of ancient aliens offers something compelling. It makes humanity part of a cosmic story, not random, not small, but designed. That idea is powerful. Throughout history, cultures described gods descending from the sky. But in ancient times, the sky was the realm of the divine. To say a god came from the sky did not mean outer space. It meant heaven. Modern interpretations may project current ideas, like space travel, onto ancient symbols. Are we uncovering hidden truth, or reinterpreting mythology through a modern lens? Sometimes, mystery says more about us than about the past. Were ancient gods extraterrestrial visitors, or were they symbolic expressions of early human understanding? There is no definitive evidence proving alien intervention in ancient history, but there is also something undeniable. Our ancestors were far more intelligent and capable than we often assume. Perhaps the real mystery is not whether aliens built our civilizations, but whether we underestimate human potential. Until undeniable evidence emerges, the Anunnaki, the sky gods, the ancient visitors, remain part of one of humanity's greatest debates. Ancient aliens or misunderstood gods? The answer may not be written in the stars, but in how we choose to interpret the past. But let's suspend disbelief for a moment. Let's assume, just for the sake of exploration, that ancient visitors did come here. What would that look like? They would not arrive in glowing metallic ships, hovering above pyramids. They would arrive subtly, observing, studying, perhaps guiding. To early humans, advanced technology would appear divine, a being descending from the sky in light, a god, a craft defying gravity, magic, knowledge of astronomy, prophecy. Arthur C. Clarke once said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." If a civilization were thousands or millions of years ahead of us, would we even recognize them for what they are? Or would we worship them? Supporters of the ancient alien hypothesis often point to a global pattern. In ancient Egypt, the gods descended from the sky. In Mesoamerica, beings arrived bringing knowledge. In India, texts describe flying vehicles called vimanas. In Greece, gods lived above the clouds. Across continents, separated by oceans, cultures describe sky beings. Coincidence? Shared imagination? Or shared experience? Mainstream scholars argue that human psychology explains this. The sky has always symbolized power. Storms, lightning, the sun, all came from above. It was natural for early humans to associate the heavens with divinity. But still, the pattern persists, and patterns provoke questions. The Great Pyramid of Giza aligns almost perfectly with true north. Machu Picchu rests in astronomical harmony with surrounding peaks. Stonehenge marks solar events with astonishing precision. To ancient alien theorists, this suggests external guidance. To archaeologists, it proves ancient brilliance. We often underestimate the capabilities of ancient people. Without modern machines, they had something powerful: time, thousands of workers, generations of accumulated knowledge, trial and error across centuries. Human ingenuity is often dismissed too quickly. But perhaps that dismissal fuels the alien theory itself. Because if humans built these wonders alone, then humans are far more capable than we imagine. And that realization can be unsettling. History is not complete. Libraries burned. Civilizations collapsed. Records were destroyed. The Library of Alexandria once held vast knowledge of the ancient world. When it burned, centuries of information vanished. How much did we lose? Is it possible that advanced knowledge existed and was forgotten? Not extraterrestrial knowledge, but human knowledge. We assume progress is linear, but history shows it rises and falls. Civilizations flourish, then disappear. What if ancient humanity reached heights we barely comprehend, and we are rediscovering fragments? That possibility is less dramatic than aliens, but no less mysterious. In modern times, the ancient alien theory gained massive popularity. Television amplified it. The idea of hidden truth captivates audiences. Why? Because mystery sells. Because the unknown excites us. Because believing we are part of a cosmic experiment feels bigger than believing we evolved slowly through natural processes. But entertainment often blends speculation with fact, and repetition can make ideas feel validated. The question becomes, are we uncovering hidden history or consuming compelling storytelling? Science demands evidence, physical artifacts, repeatable proof, clear data. Despite decades of searching, there is no confirmed physical evidence of extraterrestrial intervention in ancient civilizations, no alien tools, no verified off-world materials, no unmistakable technology. And absence of evidence is not proof of absence, but it matters. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And so far, That evidence remains elusive. Perhaps we've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, were they aliens? Maybe we should ask, why are we drawn to the idea? What does it say about us? Maybe ancient gods were not aliens. Maybe they were metaphors, symbols of forces humans struggled to understand. The sun, the stars, life itself. Or maybe, just maybe, we are still missing pieces, and the story of humanity is larger than we currently grasp. Ancient aliens, or misunderstood gods. The mystery continues. But in the end, the real frontier may not be in the skies above us, but in the mind interpreting what it sees.